My name is Benavides. I am a junior electrical engineering student and I currently do shading and replay at ACUTV. Whenever I go to work at ACUTV, I'm usually on the shading position. So what I do is I go in and I look at all the different cameras that we have lined up, and I make sure that the color balance is correct, the lighting is correct, the brightness is correct in all the cameras so that they look uniform and nice and ready to go up on the big screen. One of the interesting things about my position is that people usually don't notice anything about it unless you're doing it wrong. So obviously if things are looking very warm toned or they're looking very oversaturated, people are going to take note of that and just subconsciously in their mind they know, all right, something on this looks a little bit weird. So part of the nuances of having this job is that you have to be able to make it look uniform and have sort of your own personal sense of what looks correct, just to the naked eye. I mean, it can be very fast-paced at times, especially when, depending on what time of day it is, the sun could be going down, and that's going to affect things such as brightness and color temperature. And I have a little control unit in front of me that has things. I can change the focus of the camera, I can change the brightness and the temperature of all the different cameras all at once. So I have to look at all the cameras and make sure, all right, are these looking too warm? Are these looking too cool toned? And figure out how I can make them all look aligned, even as the outside look is changing. I love it. Getting to be a part of this whole big production is something I really enjoy. I've always had a love for the entertainment industry, and even as an engineer, that is something I'm hoping to go into in the future. And looking at how engineering technologies and how we build devices such as the one that I use in the control room, how those get built, and the technologies that go into designing those. I love the studio. Whenever I toured ACU in high school, I remember I had a chance to look at the studio, and I was just so impressed by the facility that y'all had in there and all the different technologies, and I was eager to get my hands on it. So I'm currently an electrical engineering major, and as of right now, I haven't really begun any big projects. That's more reserved for our junior and senior clinics, but basically I work with different kinds of electronics. Recently I've been working on just designing certain projects and getting more experience in just the realm of engineering and learning about the different kinds of careers that we have. I get to work with actual breadboards and resistors, and the things I learn in class I can practically apply and see how it all plays out in the real world. I would definitely say that there's a surprising amount of similarities between the work we do in engineering and the work that happens in the studio, just because engineering is not just, one person sitting in an office typing away. It's a whole group of people who have to learn how to collaborate and organize together, and it's project management basically in a lot of cases, which is exactly what we do at ACUTV. It's a lot of people who know how to do their jobs really well, and they all get together and they create something amazing. That's one of the reasons I love working at ACUTV, is because it's very similar in the sense I have new technologies and new devices that I get a chance to work with, and I have to perfect how I work with them, and then I get to contribute to the group.